Hi, everyone. Welcome to Financial Insights. I'm Linda, your accounting coach. Today, I want to talk about how businesses can save money. When talking about savings, when I was working in corporate America, savings wasn't on the top of our list. We were always talking about did we meet our revenue number, what's actual versus budget, or reviewing other metrics so we can please Wall Street. So saving really wasn't really talked about. Now, when we talk about personal finances, we're always talking about saving. We need to save for a rainy day. Well, I think we need to have that same mentality for small businesses. Small businesses, we have to realize cash is king. Cash is so imperative. It keeps the doors open. So we have to make sure that we're constantly monitoring cash because we need to understand if we run into cash flow problems, we want to be proactive instead of reactive. And what I mean by that is if there's a cash flow problem, we need to know, okay, how are we going to cover payroll? How are we going to cover payments for our loan, line of credit, other expenses? How are we going to pay our suppliers? Basically, how are we going to keep the doors open? So I want to give you 3 ways to save for your business. Number 1, build a relationship with your bank. Talk to your bank. Get to know the bank. Get to know the lender, the financial. I think they call it like branch manager, whatever the title may be. Get to know what they offer. So for instance, do they offer line of credit to small businesses? Do they offer low tax loans? Low interest loans. And even if you are not looking for a loan or a line of credit, it's always a good idea to start building that relationship because that line of credit could possibly help you with cash flow. And you may say, well, I'm not going to shut the doors down. But remember, line of credit, it's almost like working with a credit card. You pull that money. So for instance, if you have a large contract and you actually have to do the work before you actually get all that money, you can actually get money from the line of credit, do the work. When your client pays you, then you can pay that line of credit back. So build a relationship with your bank. Ask them once again about low interest loans, line of credit, credit card, tax credits, whatever the case may be. Next, talk to your vendors. See what payment options they offer. And you want to align this with your cash flow. So if most of your clients pay you like the first of the month, maybe you can talk to your vendors extending out your payment terms to maybe the 15th of the month, just to make sure you get that money in from the client. So once again, talk to your vendors, look at their payment extensions. Also too, for businesses, if you're ordering supplies, janitorial supplies, facility, things like that, you know what? Get on an agreement with that particular vendor, where basically you send them a purchase order, they deliver the product, and then they send you a bill, and then you pay within 15, 30 days, whatever the case may be. This also helps with cash flow. So in case you need those supplies, you don't have to automatically spend that cash. You have some time in between. Also, looking at your customers, you want to look at how fast your customers are paying. Is it easy for your customers to pay you? So you may want to start accepting ACH payments. Now, you may have to look at the fee with your bank or credit union to see if they're going to charge you. You want to may look into Stripe or PayPal, whatever the case may be, but you want to get your money as fast as possible. But also look at those fees. So they will charge you a fee, but make sure it's easy for your customer to pay because that money pays the vendor. So you want your vendors or your suppliers. So you want to make sure you're getting that money quickly into your bank account so you can pay out things that you need to handle. Lastly, look at your general ledger. So if you're using any type of accounting software, this report could be called general ledger. It could be transaction report. I recommend you run this report year to date. So right now, this is August 16th. If You pull that report. You're going to run that report from January 1st to August 16th. Go through each transaction and decide, okay, is this a necessary expense? So, for instance, we all join organizations and end up not attending, or if we find out it's not very beneficial, or we pay for things like subscriptions, and you know what, we don't read the emails, we don't read, no longer utilize the magazine, or whatever the case may be. You can actually cancel those type of items. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for savings. And I'm not saying going through and just saying, okay, man, just save, like wipe everything out, but see how you can save money. So for instance, is it better to pay annual? Maybe will you save money that way? Do they have an option to do quarterly instead of monthly? Whatever the case may be, but look at that general ledger and see where you're actually spending money. If you do not use an accounting software, print out your bank statements. Look at your bank statements for the last couple months. Also, card statements if you're not using an accounting software. Once again, you're looking to see if there's some items that you actually can get rid of, or you can go back to that vendor and see if they have any other special deals. I'll give you an example. On a personal side, I learned this lesson with AT&T. I had called AT&T at the beginning of the year and see if there were any deals, particularly for internet. And they were like, yeah, there was a deal. And actually, the deal also included HBO Max. So those are the things that, what you want to contact your vendors, because you never know what else isn't included, or what else, or other things that may be able to provide you. So I challenge you this week, run your general ledger, or pull out your bank statements and credit card statements and go through each transaction. Yes, each transaction, and see where you can save some money. Remember, cash is king in small businesses. Cash keeps the door open. I know a lot of times we focus so much on revenue, but also monitor your cash. Every week, look at your bank balance. Ask yourself, is this enough to cover this week's expenses? If you start doing that, I promise you, I don't make a lot of promises, but I promise you, you'll get better at managing your business finances. And then also what will happen, your mindset will start to shift, and actually you will start to do, your actions will start to actually pull more money into your business. So that's the key. Cash is king. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.